we want to know today why are men often vilified for leaving relationships when women have like divorce parties and are usually celebrated and stuff like that for leaving relationships.
Mm.
Fellas, what y'all think about that? Is it a double standard? Y'all feel like it's kind of tilted when when,
Definitely double standard.
when men leave the relationship as opposed to when women leave the relationship?
Mhm.
Anybody want to start?
I honestly don't have an answer. I don't know why that's the case, but it is the case. Like,
Okay.
why? I don't understand that. I don't understand why society looks at those two things differently. Um, why? Every time a relationship goes bad, it's like the default that the men did something wrong.
That's
The
exactly what I
assumption.
was going to
Yeah.
say. That
So,
that, that was going to be my answer. Hmm.
like, why is that? Like, I mean, is that history? Is that like unfair stereotypes? Like, what is that? Like, I
Uh,
don't understand.
well, we know in society it's just double standards throughout
Hmm.
society. So I think that just one that kind of leans more towards women. Like we supposed to take out the trash, they supposed to cook the dinners. It's just societal rules that we kind of follow. We just kind of grew up in Western civilization, so I think it stems from something like that. Like the assumption is the man cheated. He did
Mm.
something he
Hmm.
had no business
I would
doing.
say that too.
And
Hmm.
then after everything comes out, people get a better picture of what may have happened. Pardon me.
Well, let's take the cheating thing. What if it's not like cheating? What if it's something else? Like,
They're making something else.
yeah, no,
It's
no, no,
unhappy.
no. What I'm saying
Some-
is, what if it's like financial situations, or somebody one of the two might be bad with money, or different, and the men or the women leave because of that, right? So
Yeah.
why, if that's the scenario, there's not nothing, no infidelity present, right? It's just marital problems,
Yeah.
but the man just, I don't want to deal with this no more. Why is he vilified for that? When a woman is like, "Oh, you got out of that situation, yes,
the way
good for
society, like you
you."
said, the way
Like,
society
what,
is,
what is that?
I
the
I
way it's set
think
up.
I think it's like two different situations. We have what the societal stereotypical version is like we all agree to, like typically the man is the one who messes up in a relationship, so
Mm.
when the women leave, they finally, her friends and family be like, we told you to leave him a long time ago and you finally did it, yeah, or whatever. But the other part of that is, I think it is a case by case scenario, like the scenario you just named. If a man is with a woman and the woman is financially irresponsible and causing them a lot of grief, a lot of everything, you know what I mean? And he leave, he should be celebrated the same. Like, hey man, it's good you got out of that situation. That was a bad situation that you got in. But another thing with that is people feel that when you're married, we talking about marriage, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People feel like when you're married,
Well, it don't have to have necessarily. It's
it could just be a relationship. It ain't
about
gotta be
relationship
marriage.
for
It
sure.
ain't even gotta be marriage.
Yeah.
But to finish that topic, but people do feel like a lot of people had that feeling that when you married, then you supposed to be able to work through a lot of things and put up with a lot of things and to death do his part and
Until
all
the
that
end.
and work through it. Yeah, they feel that way. So they kind of, some people frown upon not being able to work it out and then splitting up. But some people, like myself included, I will be like, if this is a good situation for you and it's a good thing, if it's better for y'all to split up, I'm all for that. You happier, you better. That's cool. I'm not gonna tell somebody you need to stay in that situation and work it out and figure it out, and then you miserable for years and years and stuff. I wouldn't do that, but I just do think that it should be a case by case situation, and the overall, you know, stereotypical thing about it is the man always messes up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's what we need to be changed. We need to look at each individual situation.
Yeah. I think that even in the premise thought of the breakup, if the man is the guy that initiates the breakup or files for the divorce, it even looks like a mutual thing. It so if it's not looked at as a mutual thing, then he's vilified. He's the villain. Like, oh, you supposed to stick it out. You supposed to work. All that death do us part shit only applies to him. But when it's the shorty, when she be effing up and da da da, and then not when he be effing up and she files for divorce, it's like, oh yeah, I'm glad you got out of the situation. It's like, I don't understand that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a double. It's a double standard.
I guess it depends on who the audience is, right? Because with the scenario you just named, the guy who files for divorce because his spouse is wilding out, his homeboys and his family is probably clapping for him and happy for him. You know what I mean? And then the vice versa. You know what I mean? The girls, homegirls and families probably happy for her. Like, yeah, that situation was going nowhere. Y'all was, you know what I mean? Y'all couldn't figure it out. So y'all gotta part ways at some point. You know what I mean? I don't know if now maybe her friends
Mm.
might think that he is wilding out, you know what I mean, or think that he ain't nothing and he just a loser or something. But in reality, it's like he like, nah, I just can't deal with whatever situation they in. He got to find a better way out.
Do y'all think that it may, because it even if you say who the audience is, it still seems lopsided, right? So do y'all think that it may have something to do with, like, men, we really don't really talk about our relationship, even if it's a bad, you just deal with it. We don't, not like the women do. They go and they have
Long.
day conversations with they day ones or they cousins and sisters and stuff like that all the time.
For sure.
But
Mm.
you know what I mean? We don't really do that. So is that probably the root of it? Like the reason why
Well, I think
we
all of
don't
that.
have a consistency?
I think all of that is part of it. I think that and just over time, from ancient time, men just supposed to be able to deal with things,
Mm.
and women are looked at as a lot more emotional, a lot more vulnerable.
Mm.
We supposed to be able to deal with it and get through it and keep on going. But as we know now, we got more platforms like this one and social media and groups and things like that where you can take your problems to and you can get a more accurate picture of what's going on in that particular relationship.